So let's start at the beginning, which is the garage. Here's the water after it was cleaned up for the most part. I got the door open to try to let it dry out some. But this is all of the stuff they had to cut out to repair that main water line. We have copper pipes. This home was built in 1989. Evidently, you would think copper would be the better option, but evidently, copper breaks down over time. New homes are being built with something else. That blue pipe is what it is. I forget what it's called, but yeah. So, boo. Anyway, let me walk gingerly so I don't slip. It's a windy day. Let's hope a tree doesn't fall on my head. All right, so outside, looking at the aftermath here. I wonder what all that was. Oh, sheetrock. Now this is what I want to check on, Lord. So are those pretty? First, let's just look at them. These are hydrangeas I bought for my sister for Mother's Day and a housewarming gift. I'm going over to her house on Sunday. I figured that would be a nice little thing to take with me, but they're flopping, which I mean is to be expected, but I thought they had some type of support. I'll figure it out, but I need to kind of get these to an area where they still look good by the time I take them over to her. I'm gonna plant them in the ground for her. These are big leaf hydrangeas. Those are two blueberry bushes that I don't know what to do with. I bought them, but yeah, I don't know where to put them yet. Anyway, let's go over here. What's going on over here? Let's take a look at these pansies that are tired. But, you know, they still got some color on them. And these I planted back in like September. So they have been in the ground all fall, all winter. They look good, pretty good throughout the winter. But fall and early spring are their peak times. And it's too hot for them now. I need to pull them out. I had planned to go and buy some plants to replace them today, which I probably still will do, but having to sit around and wait on the repair guys. By the way, if you need a general contractor in the area, I definitely have a recommendation for you. Our guy is awesome. But I had to wait till he finished before I could go anywhere, and I don't feel like going over. So yeah, I will be buying some plants to replace this. Probably Cora Vinca is what I'm looking for. More pansies, so all of these areas will be flipped out soon. Which I want to do quick because the main star of this time of the season are these little balls. These are azaleas. They're about to bloom. Show you the other side because they're all bloomed out. But then you can see some color coming through. So I want to have this area nice and neat and redone by the time these bloom so that the show looks nice. That hydrangea is massive and I love it. Love this hydrangea. It's called Earth Angel. It's gorgeous. These are Bobo Hydrangeas. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this area. It feels like I need to put one right there and one in between there. But I know they will eventually fill in, so I may not put anything there, but yeah, I'm having to resist that urge. I'll probably let it go this season and see how that does. Here's more color showing on hydrangeas this side. Just let me pan over slowly. Love that little lollipop. Has the most color. So they're starting to open up. This puts on a show for pretty much all of May. I pruned up my trees and balls here. I like to keep them in tight shapes. So Christmas tree triangle shapes were the taller ones, and then little balls here. I'm going to show you a pruning disaster that went all the way through. It's not what I intended to do, but I'll get over there in a second. Oh Lord, so many trees, don't fall on my head. Alright, so here's the area that is fairly new. Actually, let's go down here because I've been meaning to see what these look like. When I say don't fall on my head, that's what I mean. So these be the branches that fall out the trees sometimes. That's over a long period of time as I was cleaning up a space. But yeah, don't fall on my head. Anyway, so yeah, this little area I'm excited to see bloom. First of all, there's a pretty Japanese maple that I love. I planted that last year. But all this green you see, like that right there, is a Shasta daisy. And then this one, which actually has a flower already poking through, that's a cone flower. So this is a mix of Shasta daisies, my favorite flower, and cone flowers. It's going to be interesting to see what this all looks like because last year most of the stuff was newly transplanted, so it didn't do much. But yeah, like this coneflower is all budded up. I can't even remember which one this is. Some coneflowers are purple, some are pink, some are white in this space. So I'm really excited to see them all burst into bloom so I can see what this combination looks like. Right now, to me, it reads a little messy, um, but I don't mind it. I don't. Like, yeah, I want to see what all the color looks like. I'm so sick of these daffodil leaves. Like, just die already. But I can't cut them because they need to absorb the sun's energy. Heucheras and hostas create the color show on this side of the bed. Turn around, give you a better view of it. More hydrangeas. These are white weddings, which I also really, really love. Again, see, these are daffodils that I'm waiting for them to brown out. I didn't tie them all up into little balls like those areas. First of all, because it takes a lot of time, but they hadn't flopped when I did those. I'm so sick of looking at them. Yeah, because what I need them all to do is that. That's almost to the point where I can put it. They need to be brown. So yeah. Here's a container, looking good. Now I've had these things, Bronneras, planted in between these green things, which is a carrot grass. And I don't know, I'm not going to survive. We got two down there, and you can see on this side, a lot of my carrots died out because it was a ring like that all the way around. I think what's happening is, because I'm awful with watering, like I hate watering stuff. The sun is the west side of my house. I think the sun beats through here and is frying this. These are shade plants. And they would be fine if I came out here and gave them more water, but I don't. So this is what happens when you don't take care of your stuff properly. But that's okay. Like, I can either replace it and I will, because I want to continue that look. And I'll probably move those little silver Bronneras somewhere else. But yeah, these are also Bronneras. I made this planter back in February is my son's birthday actually. Yeah, and it looked like this then. So this is one of those where everything in here is a perennial or evergreen. So like the ivy will always look like that. This tree will always look like that. These hellebores, the leaves will always look like that, but they also have blooms which are fading. So yeah, I probably will never ever change this container, which that makes me happy. You would think, as much as I love plants, that I like planting stuff, but I don't. What I really like is to look at it. I don't want to be out here planting it constantly, forever and ever. Amen. Like, no. I like to get areas set and walk away. And this space is almost there. More hellebores. You see what I mean? Like, the leaves will always look like that, but the blooms start to fade. I have no blooms on these guys because I dug them up as seedlings from an estate sale. But that one I picked up from Lowe's and it's already bloomed out. So this area should be covered with flowers next winter. This is a hydrangea as well, Pinky Winky. Some annuals. This is interesting. This is mobility. I'm learning from seeds. I threw it out here way too early, like you can see the plant bag in here. Because I didn't feel like taking care of it in the house. And I didn't think it was going to do anything. This little space I continue to struggle with, right? So I'm trying to make this an annual bed. But it doesn't get as much sun as I need it to get to plant certain flowers that I'm planting. So like that's struggling, that one looks better because it's getting a slice of sun. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what to plant here that will look good throughout the summer. Here's that vinca. Like this is a great example of what vinca should be doing. Not all of them are there. Some of them are shorter. See how it vines out though? And you see where it vines, it actually connects and attaches to the ground. So I want it to cover the entire bottom part of this tree. what is this? Miss Lemon Abelia. 3 of them there. One of them I kind of broke, so I'm nursing it. We'll see if it comes back. Squirrels are some haters. That's what they do. But hostas throughout, more lambs here. So yeah, that's that bed. Oh, let me show y'all my pruning disaster. Oh my god. All right. So first of all, it takes a lot of nerve to prune anything. It just truly does. Because who wants to cut your stuff? I got out here the same day I was pruning up the trees, making them triangles and making the stuff circles. And this is supposed to be a square hedge that connects all the way around. And they were tall enough to do that. But in the process of me trying to top them, make them all the same height, it just went left. I trimmed way too much of them off, and as a result, I turned them into balls, which looks good on the first view, but it's not uniform, and they're not perfect balls either. I'm very protective about my head, so I'm really sad that I did this. Like, this one looks like, what the fuck is that? So yeah, I hadn't planned on putting any flowers back here. But now what I'm going to do is come through and plant petunias in between here because this just looks like crap to me right now. It'll grow back. And it's not crappy. It's just not my preference. This is all the phlox that I cut back after it flowered. I don't know why it's browning in some areas. I can't figure out if that's a dog peeing on it. Something I did. I don't know. So I just cut it back. And I think it's going to green up. Yeah. I need to fix my mailbox. Alright, let's go back here and see what's going on. Ugh. Like, I'm not mad at the wind, just don't blow my hair in my eye. Alright. So here's my azalea. Oh, I'm so thankful to see some fresh, green, healthy looking growth because a lot of it is dead. I need to take this out of the container and completely redo it. When I say redo it, I mean like knock all the old soil off of it and plant it in some fresh soil. Because I mean, this thing is 10 by 10, 10 feet tall, 10 feet high. It's been in this container for 4 years. It doesn't want to be in here. It wants to be in the ground. But I don't want it in the ground. I want to give it air. So yeah, here we go. But it's actually looking a lot better. Here's another one. I'm so happy to see the green growth. It probably was just thirsty. Again, I did not water nothing. Not like I should. Because a lot of the growth was looking brownish. But now I got better green growth coming through. So that's exciting. But yeah, here are the stars. That's what I'm excited about. More of those little azaleas that I have up front. But these guys. Ow! That hit me. Ouch. See all the buds? That's exciting. And it's like that on all of them. These are the oh, look at this one. 50 beautiful. With my hydrangeas. But yeah, this is exciting. I cannot wait to see these bloom. It's a Japanese maple right here. You'll notice that this bed is still covered with leaves because, like, I don't know. It's hard for me to justify remulching this entire space because it will take about, oh goodness, 150 bags. One, I don't want to do it. It's a lot of hard work. And two, like, look at all my trees. I'm gonna mulch it with the pretty black mulch just for all the leaves to fall. And what am I gonna do with the leaves? Like, leaves are good mulch too, so that's what I'm gonna keep this area leaves because, like, I'm just gonna go with what nature provided. This is a pinkarella. See, this one is all budded up too. They're smaller, if you can see them. All throughout. That's really exciting. My favorite bed at the moment, the birthday bed. Jocelyn is holding true. This bed starts to look its prettiest on your birthday every year. So it's got an appropriate name. Pink roses. In the back there are hydrangeas. Of course, they're not ready yet. Those are paniculatas. So the pink roses, the purple salvia, pink and white annuals in the front here all the way down. And then lamb's ear and a blue evergreen. It's actually really, really pretty. I may not be capturing it the best right now. It's another really pretty area. See if I can get down up in here. So it's looking pretty good. Bunch of seeds that I planted from inside. Container I put together, these alliums. Aren't those fun? They're not even fully open yet. They're going to be big purple balls, almost like that white one there, but that white one's fading. And be big purple fluffy balls standing on their little stems. And yeah, here's this back area from a distance. And then more stuff that I would typically go back and show you, but it's so windy I don't want to get hit by a tree. And on that note, I'm going inside. Have a great weekend.